yeah, I can't stop looking at it. A bit like a weird obsession. So I'm like walking off like this, just lock the car, and then every 2 minutes I'm just like, yeah. Oh, Audi R8. Here she is. Dream car, completed it, mate. So, if anyone knows me, I always rave on about Audi R8s and how amazing they are. Now I've got one. So I'm really happy. This weekend's been a great weekend. Bit of a spontaneous buy, really. Bit impulsive for myself, really. Driving along down the motorway and I seen a Lamborghini. Just drove straight past me. And as you do, just gazing out the window, thought, wow. Just got to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm gonna start wanting and thinking, oh, you know, I really want that car. You know what, I'm gonna go and buy that car. It's not quite a Lamborghini, but it's got a few characteristics of a Lamborghini. Obviously the auto box has a Lamborghini badge on it, can't see that. However, this is a cheap man's Lamborghini. So yeah, Audi R8, to be honest with you, searched up on eBay, cheapest one on the market, just in my price range. Got a good buy on it, to be fair. So yeah, I'm really happy. Didn't do a lot of research on it. I just went, yeah, that'll do, satin black. It's wrapped, so actually a really nice wrap. I don't really like wraps, but this one does the trick for me, as you can see here. Definitely wrapped, not very well. Well, it is wrapped well. They've just skimped out, which is a shame because they should have got this bit done. But yeah, original colour, logbook still says silver, and that's the evidence. Flat bottom steering wheel, so that's an extra. It's not an extra, it's bonus. So I've not got to fit one. But yeah, I'm just going to be doing a review basically. I had the car 2 days, so Saturday evening, Sunday, Monday, and in that time I've racked up 550 miles and probably 300 quid's worth of fuel. So, sport mode. Yeah, like I said, I don't know an awful lot about R8s. I know they look stunning and I know I wanted one, so here she is. Let me just go through a few features. So, basics. Here's the lights. There's nothing not to love about an R8. It's got quad tips. We've got carbon fibre spoiler. So usually these are a flip up. So you've got a button inside, you press the button and the spoiler flips up. This one looks like it's been deleted and they've put a rigid one in, which is cool. Carbon fibre, what are they called? Well, let's call it a wing. Got the R8 badge on here. All nice stuff. I've been told, well, I've been informed that it's had new brakes, which is good because I was told when I purchased it, these brakes were best part of £1,000. So glad it wasn't my bill. They're Brembos, they're non-ceramic. Obviously the ceramic brakes get even more expensive. 57 reg, 2007, so it's not a new one, but it's a 4.2 V8 naturally aspirated. I think it's running around 420 brake. But yeah, I love the colour. That's what really set my eye on it, to be honest with you. Just colour does it all for me. Inside, we have 2 seats, which is convenient. So I've not got to get anyone any lifts now. Oh, can I have a lift? No, you can't. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, so I'm happy. Leather seats, of course. Heated seats. That's the spoiler button, which is inactive because obviously the spoiler's mounted. Steering wheel controls. Most importantly, start them up. So it's automatic. It's got the R-Tronic box in it, so it's a single clutch operator. It's not a dual clutch. So obviously the Tiptronic and the S-Tronic. Shut up. Let's turn that off. The Tiptronic and S-Tronic basically responds a lot quicker. So the R-Tronic is a little bit. I mean, I don't dislike it, but it takes a little bit of getting used to. So when you first get in and you put it into automatic, put your foot down, you plant it, it doesn't respond quite as you would expect. It kind of like, you've got to give it a minute. You've got to adjust your driving style. So I don't know how to explain it. If you just flat to the floor on the accelerator, don't expect it to just change. You know, like DSGs and, you know, Tiptronic and S-Tronic. So it's a single clutch, yeah. So it's different. It's old school. You just gotta give it patience, give it time, and you adapt to driving style. Obviously, it's got flappy paddles as well, so if you want to manually select. And yet again with them, it's still a little bit of delay. So if you want to go on track and you want to be like, you know, going through those gear changes, you might want to get, you know, either a newer R8 or something manual, so you can, you know, select gears. But saying that, it's still wonderful, you know. We've got a sport button here, which is cool. Let's see how she sounds. Oh yes, the noise from this thing is tremendous. So if you're going through the back here, you can see the engine. I absolutely love it that you can see the engine through the back. It's still in there. So yeah. So stock exhaust, stock engine, everything's stock, so nothing's been tampered with. 75,000 miles. We've got, what have we got here? Oil temperature, and we've got voltage here. So yeah, everything you need to know is here. It's quite basic, nothing overly complicated. Radio. It's not like a spaceship inside, which I like. It's quite basic. Let's quickly nip through to the engine. So there's a button somewhere. No, lever. Pull lever. Open up engine bay. So we've got a lot of service history of this one. Everything's been well maintained. It's had a new clutch. It's had services every year. Like spark plugs and stuff like that. You can see them down there. But there's not a lot to see other than that's it. First things first, I'll be making another video after this one shortly. So this weekend coming, I'm going to be removing this back end, not front end, back end. Feels weird saying that, because obviously a lot of cars we work on, like Scirocco's and trucks, stuff like that. Yeah, so anyway, stop waffling. We're taking out the rear lights and we're going to take out the rear bumper. We have a Powerflow direct fit back box, a valve back box. So that's going to sit. We're going to reuse these tips because I'm running out of money, and tips about 400 quid. So the exhaust is another video. Yes, it is loud, but I just want it louder because, well, why the hell not? Why would you not want a loud R8? Just to draw even more attention to myself. Yeah. So overall, like I said, I got a really good price on this. It's literally the cheapest one on eBay. Didn't really do a lot of research. Didn't go for warranty. Yes, probably should have, but got it for 25,000. I say a couple of years ago, I've been looking at these R8s for a while now. They were all kind of like 30, 40 plus. So I think the prices of them have come down to nearly affordable. Obviously you've got tax and insurance, etc. But yeah, I was happy with the price, and you get a lot of car for your money. You get a lot of car for your money. So supercar territory. But I reckon I can get away with using it as a daily, so I'm quite happy. So yes, let's get it up on the ramp and let's see what we've got, because I've already done 500 miles in this car, and obviously I run a garage, and I haven't even checked underneath. What a pain in the arse that was to jack up. Covered in crap. Come down here for a nice little review, covered in dirt. God's sake, man. That was a pain in the arse to get on the ramp. I'm not happy. A little bit nervous, to be fair, because it's the most expensive car I've ever bought, and I don't know what to expect. We will see. Right, you can kind of the car at the same time as me, because I've not seen it either yet. So that's what the view is, apparently. I've never seen underneath one, to be honest. Never had the privilege to work on one. Wonky steering rack gator. Shocks. Little drive shafts. Quite small drive shafts for an R8. How are we looking up here? Shock don't look too bad. This is all under floor. Oh dear. Surprise, surprise. Got an oil leak. So it was never going to be mint. Like I said, it's the cheapest R8 on the market at the time. Well, 2 days ago it was anyway. So yeah, it looks like, well, looks like there's a leak. There's a new shock absorber. I've got that in the receipts anyway. Discs, the torch is dying. The discs look a little bit crusty on the back. Look at me just pointing out all the little things when you've got a massive oil leak. This tray might have to come down because, oh dear. All right, major oil leak then. Oh, brilliant. No drips on the, there's a drip on the floor. Major oil leak. Oh dear. Better call in the lads. Boys. Prop shaft. So can't really see a lot underneath other than it's got a leak and it needs to be fixed. Drive belts. Well, all I'm really worried about is making a lot of noise and going fast. But that is quite important as well, because I can't really go very fast with a leak. Bit of an under tray issue here. So what I might do, as it's on the ramp, is get this tray off to further inspect what's going on. Because I'm not too happy about that. Other than that, it's looking very reasonable indeed. So yes, get the tray off and we will have a look. Right, to be honest with you, all I've achieved is that on my hands, a rounded bolt, another rounded bolt, and not found a leak, so I didn't achieve much. You can see it's the right hand side here. You can see the auto box is pretty dry. It's just this corner, so I'd imagine it's coming from, well, it looks like it comes from them pipes somewhere, and they wrap round the way down the back here in front of the engine. So I'm gonna have to either dismantle some more or leave it to another day. And bear in mind that it's nearly 11 o'clock. I'm probably gonna leave it for another day, because I am also buggering up my new trackies. Yeah. So didn't get too far with that, but buying an Audi R8 could potentially be the best decision I made or the worst decision I've ever made. One, the engine could just blow up and I could just be down 25 grand and my heart could sink. I could go, oh no, I made the wrong decision. But it's like anything in life. You could buy a house and it could fall down. I'm just chatting waffle now. But you know what I mean? Life is a gamble, life is a risk. So I've always wanted an Audi R8. Now I've got one. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But from the knowledge I've got on these engines, they are reliable. The R-Tronic gearboxes are relatively reliable. They're a little bit slow in gears, not like the S-Tronic and Tiptronic, obviously because of the age of the vehicle. But overall, can't really go wrong. I mean, even if the engine did blow up, I'll be happy just to look at it on the drive, just as a show. You know, look at it, absolutely beautiful, stunning. Could not look sexier on anyone's drive. So, worst comes to worst, if this engine decides to blow up, not that it's gonna, because I'm not gonna drive like an imbecile, and also run a garage, so it's quite unlikely that that's gonna happen. But if it does, yeah, I could cry about it, but I'm not gonna, because I've still got the shell, and I'm happy with that. Anyway, here she is. The cover is not going on it. I'm going to be using it because that's what I bought it for. That's the one thing I must say about this car. People that do own R8s and cars like it, like obviously Ferraris and Lamborghinis, slightly different territory, but R8 wise, I think a lot of owners tend to pop it in the garage, keep it nice and dry. Yeah, it's sensible, but that's not me. I think I'm going to use it. Obviously, if it's absolutely chucking it down with rain and there's ice around, yeah, we'll wrap it up. But I bought this car to use, but don't get me wrong, if it starts costing me £300 a week on fuel, that cover's going on. But yeah, let me know what you think. So in summary, just a short review this is, cheapest car on the market, R8 wise. Yes, I've got an oil leak. Yes, it's not in pristine condition. So from the wrap as well, you can see down here, which I've noticed on the ramp, starting to peel. So obviously once it starts to peel even further with salt and grit and, you know, dirt, etc. See around that bolt there as well. Once it starts to peel off completely, I probably will get a proper spray job. So I'm not like the biggest fan of wraps. So they're good while they last and good while you look after them. But you know, over like 5-10 years, it's gonna come flying off. You know, they're starting to just peel. The only other thing I did notice, it's a minor. Well, it's not a minor. It's dangerous, really. You've got missing wheel bolt just there. So I'd imagine someone's bashed the lock-in wheel and that socket off and either lost it or forgot to put it back on. So wheel bolt, oil leak. What else is wrong with it? Suspension wise, everything's fine. No knocks and bangs. There is one small issue that I have encountered with this since my 2 days of traveling. When you put it into sport mode, I mean, if anyone's an R8 fan or anyone's got knowledge on R8s, because I don't have the biggest knowledge on R8s, I work on Fiestas. When you put it in sport mode and you put your foot down and you're giving it some, occasionally it will just jump into neutral, which isn't right. I read up that it's like a fail-safe mode, so obviously when the engine's over revving or when the engine is kind of decreasing in revs, like downshifting for example, it will put it into a fail-safe mode to protect the engine. But like I said, I don't think that's normal because it's happened on numerous occasions, not very often, but it's only when it's warm and you're giving it some. I'm probably going to take it to a specialist for a diagnosis, especially with like the oil leak and stuff. I'll get it booked in, get it all seen to. So we don't work on these kind of vehicles, but we do exhaust systems, and we do tyres, and we do brakes, and we do suspension. It's just anything engine related on these kind of cars, we tend not to get too involved in. So don't get many of these in. Well, actually, don't get many of these in. We haven't had one in, but now we do. So here we go. But yes, a lot of car for the money, like I said before, and I expected worse, to be honest. I expected there to be more problems. You know, when you buy a car like this for the price I got it for, you'd expect lots of clattering and banging and tyres worn and brakes gone. But yeah, it's mint. Just got to get the oil leak sorted and I'm happy. So I don't want to be giving it a lot of beans with knowing that it's leaking oil out the back. Private reg is on order, and like I said to you, next video I'll be doing the exhaust installation. So gonna have a remote control with the valves on it, so we don't have to drive around full speed, guns blazing. So we'll obviously want to quiet it down in the morning so don't upset my neighbours. But yes guys, thanks for watching. I'll keep you updated. I'll do a few more sound tests and a few more road tests, etc. We've got another couple of videos coming out on this one. But yes, for anyone who knows their R8s and anyone wants to comment down below, give me some advice, do's and don'ts, and enjoy. See you in the next one.